guys, this is Comic Uno. Today I'm doing a review for Nightwing issue 24. And before I start talking about this issue, just want to give you guys a couple updates. I know that Comic Uno episode 16 was not up on the time I said it was going to be up, but we had problems with DarkAvengerINC uploading 15-minute longer video. So if it was longer than 15 minutes, it didn't upload onto the channel, so it ended up uploading on Monday. But don't worry, Comic Uno episode 17 will be up right away. So if you haven't checked out episode 16, definitely go to DarkAvengerINC and check that out. And here are the exclusive comics for episode 17, which are Wolverine issue 10, Rocket Girl issue 1, Sidekick issue 3, and Ultimate Comics X-Men issue 32. So if you want to go check out those reviews, go to Comic Uno episode 17. And also, I'll be at New York Comic Con, and I am doing a meetup. So, the meetup is going to be at the comic-related booth. It's going to be with the whole DarkAvengerINC crew, so I'm not, the whole DarkAvengerINC crew that is actually going to New York Comic Con. So it's going to be Steven, Cindy, Chris, Mike, and myself. And we are going to be at the comic-related booth Saturday, 5:30 to 6:30. I will be a little late, so I should be there about 15 minutes later. But we are probably going to stay a little later also, probably a little later after 6:30. So definitely come. It's at the Pavilion, comic-related booth, Z13 to 15. So go check us out, meet up with us, talk to us if you're going to New York Comic Con on Saturday. But let's also talk about Nightwing issue 24. Very cool cover. We're changing that stylistic art that we usually get with Teen Titans, and we go back to that old-fashioned Nightwing art that I really like. So, very cool cover, and the question is it going to be Aftermath of Forever Evil? No, it's not Aftermath of Forever Evil. Because of Villains Month, I guess they didn't really time everything correctly, so this is actually a conclusion of the story arc that's been going on, and then we're going to get the Forever Evil stuff in the next issue, and probably in the annual coming out in the end of October. So, yeah, this is actually end of another story arc. So if you're really picking this up just because of Forever Evil, you might be a little confused. So, kind of wait for that next issue if you're planning on picking this up, or pick up the annual. But let's see what's going on with this story. We get to see that Nightwing has to team up with Tony Zuko, because Tony Zuko, he's trying to turn over a new leaf because of his family. He has a wife, he has a kid, and he wants to be a good person now. So he's like, alright, I know who Prankster is. He's not a good guy. He's actually framing the mayor, so go catch him and destroy him, and I'll try helping you. Then I'll go to jail. I deserve to go to jail for killing the Graysons. So Tony Zuko does help. Nightwing ends up fighting Prankster, because you feel that Prankster was on Nightwing's side throughout the whole story arc. He obviously wasn't. He just wanted revenge. And we see the parallels of Nightwing and Prankster, because Prankster just wants revenge because the mayor helped kill his parents, so he's just trying to have revenge of that. And again, the parallel of Nightwing wanted revenge from Tony Zuko, going to Chicago for that reason. So we get to see, in the end, Prankster is destroyed. I think he actually gets shot, so he goes to jail, and Tony Zuko ends up going to jail. Nightwing staying in Chicago, and when Tony Zuko does go to jail, he's like, alright, I'm gonna stay in jail, I deserve this. And his lawyer's like, no, you should be Tony Zuko again, don't worry, get out of jail. He's like, no, I deserve this. And then he says that, the lawyer says that his wife and kids are leaving him, so he's like, you know what? I'm not turning over a new leaf. I'm just going to stay Tony Zuko. So pretty much the whole development we had throughout this whole issue, he's going to still be that killer. He's going to be the killer of the Graysons. He's not changing over that new leaf. He's not redeeming himself in jail, and that's because his family leaves him. That was really his only grounding moment. He's like, if I don't have them, why do I have to turn over a new leaf? I can't show my son to be a good person. That's why I'm doing this. So Tony Zuko is still going to be a threat, and I guess that's why Nightwing is staying in Chicago, because we're going to see more of that. Do I want more of that? I'd rather have Tony Zuko in another story arc, like issues from now. I don't want to have another Tony Zuko story right after Forever Evil, so we'll see where it goes, because it seems like Nightwing is staying in Chicago, which is, again, I don't know what to really think about. Again, but this is something that we're probably going to have to see as issues go on, exactly what direction they're going to take it after Forever Evil, and after the consequences of Forever Evil, with Nightwing's identity being shown. Will that have consequences with this series? Hopefully it will. And it seems like it will. With the next issue after this, it's going to be at least I saw in the solicits, is going to be the aftermath of Forever Evil. What happens to Nightwing? So will that also be an aftermath of Chicago? And him in Chicago, will he go back to Gotham and kind of help his own Bat family? And maybe we'll see those consequences in the annual with Nightwing and Batgirl. So yeah, I like this issue though. I thought it was very solid, a fun issue with Tony Zucco. I'm seeing that kind of redeeming side. He became a likable villain, and I think that's a really big point of this story arc, becoming a likable villain for Tony Zucco, which is someone that you would hate because he killed Dick's parents. But in here, you're like, he's kind of likable. He wants to redeem himself. I know he was a villain, but could he redeem himself? And you see in the end, no, he couldn't. Honestly, the only problem I had with this issue was the prankster. I mean, I thought he was the villain that really brought this story arc down. I thought it was such a good story arc with Tony Zucco, and I think my star rating would be higher for this story arc if the prankster didn't exist. I thought he was kind of the annoying part of this story arc, and I didn't really have a point. I just felt like he was just there. He was like, I would say he's the sore thumb of this story arc, because you didn't really need him. Yeah, he had the connection with Tony Zucco. He had the connection between Nightwing, and made Tony Zucco become reliable to Nightwing, but I just felt like, again, he was more of a sore thumb in this story arc than anything. So I do say I really enjoyed this issue. I do give it 4 stars, but I think it would be higher if the prankster didn't exist in this issue. And I know there's prankster fans out there, so I understand if you liked him in this story arc, but for me, I never really liked Prankster. I never really knew anything about Prankster before this, and I just felt it made that Tony Zucco story a little weaker, which could have been a lot stronger. But still very strong in this issue in general, because he becomes a likable villain when you wouldn't think he would be a likable villain when you're reading this. So I give it 4 stars. Definitely pick it up. Again, I think it would be a lot higher if he wasn't there, the Prankster, but still a very good issue. Art was great. I love that they changed it back to that kind of coloring style and less of that stylistic style we've been getting with the series, or for the first part of the story arc with Prankster. It was more of that Teen Titans art that I felt did not fit Nightwing. But definitely pick this up. I give it 4 stars. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno, and guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and the rant situations, and don't forget to like my Facebook page, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.